Okay, so I literally just Googled spoof movies, and all the scary movies I just boiled down to one because there's too many of them. But yeah, there's a surprising amount of them. And so many good ones that I didn't even think of.
I'll tell you right now, MacGruber, Scary Movie 3. Maybe we should read them all out.
Yeah, Pop Star, Never Stopping, I think is the subtitle. Idiocracy, Walk Hard.
Walk Hard's a good one. Idiocracy's amazing.
Not Another Teen Movie.
Amazing movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones on this side actually.
Spaceballs.
Kung Pao. Weird Al, the Yankovic story. That's like a biopic on Weird Al.
Haven't seen it.
That's good. It's a spoof. And Movie 43, which is like a
Don't
spoof.
remember it. I think I kind of remember it.
Okay, good.
Is it a spoof of like The Room, whatever, 40?
No. I have no idea why it's even called that. It's probably a.
It's not a spoof of Jim Carrey. 23.
The number 23? No.
Okay.
MacGruber, 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. There's Stan Helsing. Yeah, Scary Movie 3, which objectively is the best scary movie. So yeah. I just boiled it down to that. Yeah, if we did it, what's it called? A championship tournament list of thing?
Of all scary movies?
Yeah. We would have picked that one.
Yeah.
And Meet the Spartans and Team America World Police, Shaun of the Dead.
The best sex scene in any movie. Yo, Team America and MacGruber have two of the best sex scenes in any movie.
That's true. If they end up together, it's going to come down to the sex scene.
Oh, I don't even know. Okay, let's not think about it.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead and Starving
Games. I haven't seen. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
What is this?
Meet the Spartans.
Oh, Meet the Spartans. Oh, I do remember that one. I remember it was so not good.
Yeah.
Stan Helsing. I feel like that was good.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty interesting. It kind of had a different whatever.
This one was dumb. Do you know who started that? Brian Callahan.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just start.
Okay.
Yeah. So MacGruber and 41-year-old virgin. Yeah. Brian Callahan. Is that it? Callan. That's the first time.
The kid.
Yeah, the first time I had ever seen him was in that movie, and I did not like him.
He sucks.
I thought he was so annoying, but the movie was annoying, so he kind of fit the role, I guess.
Okay, you cross it out.
Oh, versus MacGruber? Oh, yeah.
MacGruber wins.
Yeah, MacGruber goes down, with us. We've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole carload of
I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the sex scene, yeah. Whole carload full of badass.
Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
Yeah. So that one wins. This one's out.
Okay, that was an easy one. That was a quick and easy one. We'll get more into MacGruber later as the tiers go on.
Mac wins.
Yeah. That works.
Okay.
Stan Helsing and Scary Movie 3.
Scary Movie 3. I know
the whole
Movie 3 is good. That's
it kind of represents the whole franchise.
Yeah.
And Scary Movie as a franchise, I felt like held the whole spoof movie thing together. The Scary Movie 3 specifically, the 8 Mile thing, the whole how do you wake up dead? You know, it's like if a rat is inside, it's a mouse. If a mouse is outside, it's a rat. Like that whole thing was like.
Then he was zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was the one with the aliens and shit, right?
Yeah, and the ring references and and the signs references.
So Stan Helsing, I remember that one being good, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, it was.
I'm thinking I'm remembering Van Helsing, the actual movie, and liking that.
Maybe.
And thinking.
Well, Stan Helsing had. It's the guy from Shameless. I forget his actual name.
I don't watch.
You didn't watch that? Oh, it was good, man.
I've seen some clips.
It's literally our childhood. It's literally growing up in Peterborough. It is the epitome of growing up in Peterborough.
That's why I'm gonna watch it.
No, but you should, man. It's uncanny how much they nail it. But it has one of the guys from that. He's a really good actor, and it's a shame that I don't know his name. He's been in lots of stuff, and if you see his face, his bug eyes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of.
You say bug eyes, I think of Adam Sandler's guy.
Steve Buscemi, you know.
Okay, so.
But it was good. It was just. Okay, I'll say Scary Movie wins. Well, Stan Helsing was spoofing specifically, like slashers, like famous slashers, like Pinhead and like not Ghostface, I guess.
I've been throwing markers down on the table. I'll have to mic them pick that up.
Whatever.
Just be self-aware.
Yeah, I think Scary Movie though does take it over Stan Helsing.
Okay.
Yeah, because Scary Movie just did it better. I think Stan Helsing was just specifically like slasher movies.
Oh, he put little bumps. Sweet.
Just to help me differentiate them. I couldn't see it when it was just.
Yeah.
It took us an embarrassing amount of time to get this done, to finish this.
It took us so long. It wasn't the guy who was trying to fucking make measurements and.
Yeah, whatever. It works.
Meet the Spartans. That was one of the movies where that's one of the only DVDs I had, and I watched.
You watched it a million times. Yeah.
And I remember every single time watching it, roasting it, like being like, "Why would you shoot that? Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you
think
of that?
This? It would be way funnier." Like I remember that. I remember watching it a lot. Now,
that was the best part about that movie. Yeah, was just critiquing it and talking shit about it. But no, this is what it is. David Cross was in it, and I love David Cross. And the only thing I remember about it was Tredero was a traitor, and I just thought the line was funny.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, where it turns out that Tredero was a traitor. His name was Tredero.
I don't.
Yeah, there's so many stupid. That was like Team
America,
way after their peak, way after those spoof movies had peaked.
Yeah,
that's when they started doing stuff like that.
It was just a money.
And Team America is one of the peaks.
Team America might win this whole fucking thing.
Maybe. I mean, it is the only puppet one. Yeah, the greatest sex scene.
It's so funny. If we were going for funniest movie on here, I think.
Don't know.
Yeah. What are we even going for? We're just the best. The best movie.
The best. Which one?
Just the best.
The best.
Period.
Just the best.
Period. The best. Just period. The best. The best.
Yeah, the best.
Like funniest, best shot, best actors.
Yeah.
Great spoof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of shit.
Our opinion of what we think would be the best movie.
Yeah, that's our opinion. Yeah. All this is our opinion.
But yeah, Team America, I think, because the South Park guys, everything that they do, I think is great. Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was thinking.
No, I just had to say the names. But anything that they make is amazing. Team America was so.
I don't feel like we don't need to talk about this anymore, but I guess we need to highlight Team America.
Because
every time I look at it, I'm like.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So we'll get more into it as we go on because we'll have to argue them with even better movies.
You know what? I take it back. MacGruber, or Team America, MacGruber, Walk Hard, and maybe Shaun of the Dead. I think Team America, MacGruber, Walk Hard. I'm talking about funny. I'm not saying best because we're figuring out what's best. Yeah. So we shouldn't give our opinions on that. But I'm just saying, I think those are
funniest.
Funniest. Shaun of the Dead maybe underneath.
Maybe. MacGruber, Team America.
There's still one that I haven't named that I think is my favorite.
It's
my favorite movie out of all of these. I think is the best movie. I didn't even name it in those. Just so you know. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Little hint.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead and Starving Games. Starving Games.
Same as Meet the Spartans.
Yeah, it basically just made.
Same as 41-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, it just basically. Or 41-Year-Old Virgin was basically making fun of Judd Apatow culture and that kind of stuff.
But I feel like it was
and Starving Games was going after like
Hunger Games.
Like big. Well, not Hunger, but like big, like the Hangover and like they're going after like big epic blockbuster like franchises and stuff like that.
I love French fries.
Yeah. Yeah, once they start getting really specific to the niches, like epic movie and like
that's
superhero movie.
Here, right? That's why
I didn't put that shit on here.
Superhero movie, remember?
Yeah, like it was just once they start getting
too much of a money.
Yeah, too specific.
But I still feel like a couple of these kind of fall in there.
But so Starving Games would lose to Shaun of the Dead, which is one of the greatest.
That style of humor, Shaun of the Dead was the first thing that I ever watched. That I was like, oh, this is a whole different style.
Yeah, like UK is more westernized version of like UK humor.
And just the way it was shot and shit, I was like, oh, comedy movies can be different.
Yeah, it can be good.
Okay, so Shaun
of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Let's go. Okay, you write on that side of things.
Okay, yeah, this is my terrible penmanship over here. I'll write this up. Okay, so Popstar and Idiocracy. This is the only one that, honestly... Actually, this whole side has a lot of really good ones. But that was one that I was kind of having difficulty with, just in my head, just looking at it.
What, Popstar or Idiocracy?
Well, putting them together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Popstar, like Idiocracy is really good. Like culturally,
Okay, so
I feel like Idiocracy, everybody should watch it at least once in their lives. You should watch it like every 3 years.
Yeah.
Like I think it should be ingrained into us.
I think Idiocracy is my favorite movie.
Idiocracy is as important as any book.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's so good. Would I say it was even top 5 funniest? No. It's not about the humor.
It's not about the humor.
But Idiocracy out of this whole list, I think is...
But yeah, the thing about Idiocracy, though, was that it predicted this projection of, like we're in such a weird place, and then they predicted how it was going to end up in the future, and we're like, oh, that's so ridiculous, we can kind of see the path it would take to get there, though. And then... as the years went by, we just continued to take that same path, and we're like...
It was like a commentary of...
Yeah, everything. Yeah, it is really good. But Popstar was also...
Remind me. Like, I think
it was Andy Samberg. He was like, Popstar.
Okay.
He was in a part of like a boy band, and then he got really popular. But he had all the songs like... Was it I Want to Assassinate Your Pussy? Like... Yeah.
It was a Justin Bieber
American government assassinated Bin Laden or something like that. Yeah. But like,
I kind of remember.
Or like, there's one where he's supporting the gays. The whole thing is about him supporting the gays. I'm not gay though, and then but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Everyone's like, I'm not gay.
But I'm not gay.
Yeah.
And I like Andy Samberg.
Yeah. He's really funny. That was one of his good ones.
So talented.
Yeah, that one and Hot Rod. Hot Rod wasn't as good. But
he's a good actor. He's funny. He's
but Idiocracy is such a cultural impact. But it would be a shame to lose Popstar so early in the game. But I think Idiocracy, honestly, if we're going best movie, because we're not going funniest. If we're going best movie, Idiocracy, I made such a social impact, and I feel like continues to be a valuable statement.
So these top 4. When I look at these and I look at those two, I feel like
this one wins against all of those.
No.
Yeah, so not pay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We're on the same page. Yeah. So I think that all of these, are better than Popstar.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of how
better than Popstar. Yeah.
I'm like,
because like in terms of best movie.
But are any of these better than Idiocracy? I guess we should answer that right now, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so Walk Hard. This is, again, it's a bunch of really tough ones. Walk Hard and Not Another Teen Movie.
Not Another Teen Movie is...
I didn't even realize it was a spoof movie until I kind of put the title together.
Yeah.
But, the first time
It's just such a good movie.
It is a good movie. The first time I had ever seen it, it was on TV, and it was just... I put it on. It was the football scene where the guy gets chopped literally right in half, and that was my first perception of the movie.
You're like, I'm just watching football.
Yeah, and it was so disturbing to see because I was not expecting it. But it's such a good. There's so many good, funny parts. That's again are still like relevant to today's standards of movies.
I think Not Another Teen Movie is like one of those like classics. Like, oh, that's a classic. Like it brings back an era, kind of like Knocked Up does.
Yeah.
I don't think Knocked Up's that great of a movie. I don't think Not Another Teen Movie is that great or that funny but it's just that movie. It's like a good era in my life and for movies too.
Yeah.
I mean, like American Pie. I know American Pie's not on here. Is that a spoof movie?
I don't think so.
I don't really think so. I think people spoofed American Pie.
Yeah.
So American Pie is like that too. I don't think it's like a good movie, but it's like a staple. It's like a classic.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think about. So Walk Hard, I think, is so good. That's when I.
Yeah, Walk Hard. Yeah, that's
John
what.
C. Reilly.
Talking about best movies, Walk Hard was, I don't think, one of the best movies. It was so fucking good though. But like you said, Not Another Teen Movie. It kind of made its own statement even outside of the whole like scary movie and shit that. Yeah, like it was so much its own thing, and succeeded really well at what it did. I think. But Walk Hard is such a good one. And again, so I don't want to lose either one of these this early.
I'm so comfortable with leaving. What do you mean so early? I feel like we only got 4 over here. Like we're like.
No, but this is first round.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool with not on our team movie going. I'll give it its salute and be like, I respect that.
Because Walk Hard is a better movie.
Yeah. Well, Walk Hard is better. Like Idiocracy is better. Yeah. Not on the team movie. It's a good movie. It's like a fucking
Yeah.
What's that? White Castle. Harold White Castle. Such a classic movie. Yeah. Would I put it in my top best movies of any category? No. Yeah.
Listen,
but it's such a good movie.
The funniest fucking thing. I've seen White Castle a million fucking times. It was like my comfort movie for the longest fucking time. I didn't realize until like my adult life, thinking back on it. No, it was all about race. Every joke was about race. It was all just a giant commentary on race and shit like that. And I had no idea.
But that's what Russell Peters' comedy is all about race.
Yeah.
I know he's not in that movie, but I feel like that Indian guy in that movie kind of did that a lot.
Yeah.
Like he joked like almost like Russell Peters does.
Yeah.
Because he's Indian.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, let's get off these race jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a funny. I'm gonna stop talking. Yeah, it's a funny movie though.
But yeah, it was more of like an intellectual take on almost making fun of fucking racists and shit like that. Right now? Okay, so we're keeping Walk Hard.
What are we talking about? We're talking about a movie, a different movie.
I don't know. We just got distracted. We were talking about we're gonna keep Walk Hard.
Yeah.
Keep Walk Hard over, not another teen movie. Yeah, it's
salute. Good movie. See you later.
Walk Hard, whatever.
Move on. Walk Hard, baby.
Yeah, it's just
Spaceballs and Kung Pao.
Spaceballs versus Kung Pao.
I've never laughed so fucking hard at a movie than I did at Kung Pao. I don't think overall it's like one of the funniest movies, but I remember not being able to breathe and rewinding this one part. I think it was to do with the tongue or something.
Lots of parts. Yeah, no, and I watched it recently, and I don't know if it holds up. It's hard to tell. I don't think it really does.
It's more like corny and just like.
But that's kind of what it was supposed to be. Like
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah,
this is funny.
But
same with that was Nacho Libre.
But like there's one scene that got me just as much as it did the first time. But there's a scene where the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we're training, and you have to beat on me as hard as you can, and do not stop until I tell you to stop." And then they do that, and like he's struggling, and then they clearly knock him out, and they just keep going, and like some of the guys stop, and they're like leaning on their poles that they're hitting him with, like they have some big sticks. And they're like, I don't know if we should keep going. Like, it's weird. Well, he hasn't told us to stop or anything. Then this guy comes almost from off screen, just like, boom, on the back with a stick. And he's like, yeah, maybe we should stop. But he's just like clearly unconscious. There's just so many parts that are just like.
It's good. Okay, but Spaceballs.
Oh, sorry. But
as a movie, way better movie.
Spaceballs was like,
as a whole.
A lot of people's first. Kind of.
It was shot well. The comedy was great. It's just a way better movie. It was shot good, right? Like they kept up with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the big thing, and they made a Star Wars universe. As good as George Clooney.
Yeah, and they didn't just
George Lucas.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they didn't just make a satire of the movie itself. They made a satire of like the franchise and how they made a bunch of.
French fries.
How they made a bunch of products and like I was all about like money and shit that. But then even in the movie, they're making jokes about how it's all about money and how they have tons of products and like.
No, it's like I think
Silence of the Hams. I just realized Silence of the Hams. I didn't put on here. That would be a good horror.
I kind of forgot that one, but I remember the cover.
Yeah, the fat guy with them.
So I think Spaceballs overall better movie. Kung Pao I laughed way harder at. It's to me it's like Napoleon Dynamite where it's just it's kind of like another teen movie where it's just like for its era it was great.
Yeah, when we're talking best, when it first came out, not a lot of people liked it. A lot of people really did like it.
It would be top 3
on future watches. Some people still kind of like it. Like it doesn't hold up as well as Spaceballs. The impact that it first made when it came out, and still to this day, everybody knows Spaceballs. It's as synonymous as Star Wars. I don't think I used that word correctly.
Spaceballs. No.
Spaceballs. So Spaceballs goes on, Kung Pao. Although I love it, and you should watch it, dude. If you haven't seen it recently.
Probably not gonna.
You should rewatch it. There's just some scenes.
Yeah, that was the part. Oh my god.
Does that? Yeah, she was just so funny.
Why am I slapping the table? Okay, so Spaceballs.
Whatever.
The next, these two movies, I don't know either of the movies. I'll fucking coin toss this one. Neither of them are making it to the finals.
Okay, listen. I basically just want to talk about some of these. Yeah, Weird Al, the Yankovic story. It's a satire of biopics, and it's a satire of his life, and it's.
It seems like something I would like.
Yeah,
to watch.
you should definitely watch it. But it's just like,
I haven't seen it.
Like there's like melodramatic music, and the mother's cleaning her son's room, and then she looks all concerned and reaches behind his bed and pulls out like a really flashy Hawaiian shirt. And it's just like weird, the Al Yankovic story, and it's just like it takes it really seriously, and like he gets an accordion, and they're treating it like drugs, and like he's going out to a party so he can play the accordion.
That reminds me of Tenacious D. Kind of reminds me of Walk Hard.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of Walk Hard. Yeah, and it's kind of like that, but then it starts to go like he starts dating, and it's like things that actually happened mixed in with things that are made up. Yeah, and then it gets to the point where some Michael Jackson guy came out with a spoof of his song "Eat It." And just called it "Beat It," and he just copied his music entirely. He copied his music entirely. Some strange one of the kids from the Jackson 5. Like, what the hell? And he gets all upset about that. Then he starts dating Madonna, and then like the fucking drug lord, whoever's big at the time, I forget who it was, ends up kidnapping Madonna so that Weird Al will come to his party.
Drug lords that are big
I know.
At different times.
Pablo Escobar, that's what it is, and he loves Weird Al Yankovic, so he kidnaps his girlfriend Madonna. But like they're playing it off like this actually happened to him, and then he kills Pablo Escobar, and then at the end he's receiving an award, one of the awards that he received, and he ends up getting shot and assassinated, and then it just ends with being like Weird Al Yankovic died on this day and blah blah blah, and it's just like it's a spoof of his like last year. But it came out on like Yahoo. It came out on like Yahoo Video or some shit.
I haven't watched the movie in the last year.
It's so good. It's a satire of his life. It's the only way that he could have done a biopic. Yeah. It's a satire of his life. It's a satire of biopics. It's just so well done. Okay, so and Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al Yankovic, so he's just like this super buff and handsome Weird Al Yankovic.
I see like a picture of that.
It's so good though.
So I'm cool with Weird Al going through. I don't know what movie 43 is.
Oh yeah, movie 43. It was just another spoof movie. It was just like
Okay.
Seriously. Weird Al. Yeah, was a good one. I knew that you'd probably pick that one because just the way that
can't help writing about like the most.
Sword. I know. I've already used that.
I know. I'm like Mac TA like small.
Okay. Whatever. And then we'll go here, and then I'll go on your side. I'll go on your side.
We'll figure it out. No, we'll figure it out. It's all good.
I'll just use your side.
I'm gonna grab the marker. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's just so I can see what the fuck is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go more battles.
Yeah, to see who the last two competitors are gonna be.
MacGruber or
Scary Movie 3. Scary. So the Scary Movie franchise, like, kind of
sucks. No, one and two I love.
And 1, 2, and I feel like it peaked at 3.
Yeah.
Should have stopped at 3.
I think that's where it did peak.
Yeah, because in 4, I'm pretty sure was the one where Dr. Phil came in and LeBron James were in a saw trap or something, and it was just like, at that point they had lost the kind of.
If you're not Adam Ray, then.
Yeah, I know. Adam Ray is Dr. Phil.
Yeah, he's the Dr. Phil.
He is the Dr. Phil.
MacGruber wins. MacGruber wins.
Over Scary Movie 3 as for better movie.
But if you're holding Scary Movie 3 as the Scary Movie franchise and going Scary Movie 3, really? That's not fair. Because if that's then Scary Movies, is MacGruber better? No.
But Scary Movie 3 itself. Okay.
It is a good movie. Like if someone's like, I've never seen a spoof movie, showing them that. I wouldn't show them MacGruber.
Yeah.
And we are doing what is the better spoof movie?
Well, what is the better?
That spoofed way more things than this. Did it? Oh,
it's not necessarily what's the better spoof, what's the better movie.
But I think MacGruber's funnier. Or what's the better movie?
I think MacGruber.
Overall? Yeah. I showed this one before this one. If someone's like, I haven't seen either of these, I'd be like, well, we gotta watch that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We've actively tried to show people MacGruber.
We force people to.
Okay. Try not to take up too much room this time.
Yeah. Mac.
Okay, then Team America and Shaun of the Dead.
Team America and Shaun of the Dead?
Team America World Police.
Better movie overall?
Or Shaun of the Dead.
I think Shaun of the Dead is great. It's funny. It has action. It has zombies. It's like a horror / comedy movie. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And the cinematography is so good, and
it's funny.
It was the start of that whole.
And they did zombies good. They did
zombies good.
When I think of zombies, I think of the Shaun of the Dead style zombies.
Yeah,
They chose the right kind of zombies, not fast runners and shit like.
Yeah.
Was it fast runners?
Yeah.
I don't know. Team America, it's so funny. But as an overall movie, story arc, everything, like just like how it makes you feel, I don't think it's at Shaun of the Dead level. Yeah. Shaun of the Dead level, that's like a fucking hot chocolate.
Yeah, again, if somebody said, I've never seen Team America or Shaun of the Dead, I'd be like, oh shit, we need to watch Shaun of the Dead.
But make sure you watch Team America.
Yeah.
Because that's funny in any context.
Yeah.
In any context. You throw that on at any time, like, this, that's more of a, an autumn evening movie. That's why I said hot chocolate. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's shot in the autumn. I think that's why. Yeah. Anyway, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah. Is it SAUN? Isn't it?
SHAUN. Whatever. All right. Okay. So Idiocracy and Walk Hard.
Well, this is a hard one. Walk Hard is way funnier than Idiocracy. Idiocracy overall, it's a good.
Idiocracy, is as good as any book. Like I feel like it is educational. I feel like it's
so good. Bro, I like as the final four: MacGruber, Shaun of the Dead.
I'm pretty happy.
Idiocracy, or MacGruber, Shaun of the Dead, Walk Hard. What do you think? I feel like Idiocracy kind of sits there well, and four of the best movies in the genre.
Yeah, like which one's gonna
Walk Hard is good. It's funny, but you look, Team America is funny as fuck, and we got rid.
But which one's better? A better movie objectively?
Team America is funny as fuck, and we got rid.
Yeah, like Idiocracy. Yeah. Idiocracy, right?
Okay, yeah. So we got MacGruber, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, for the same reason. Because
Walk Hard is so good. It's such a good fucking movie, man. It's such a good spoof movie too. I don't know, man. Idiocracy is not really a spoof movie. It's not spoofing another movie. Every other movie spoofs another movie.
Well, it's spoofing our idea of the future.
I'm not saying it should be on this list, but I'm saying competing for better.
Yeah, it's a satire of our culture and stuff like that.
These are all satires. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Spaceballs or the Weird Al one, I think you know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, Spaceballs. I mean, Weird Al was really good,
and
it's really good for Weird Al. It's the only way you can make a biopic.
I just remember,
but in terms
it's
of
not on here.
What?
If it's the right movie that I'm thinking of, The Princess Bride. Is that not a satire spoof movie?
I don't think so.
Of like Robin Hood and shit. And isn't it like one of the best?
The Princess Bride. It's not a. No. It's. I guess it's.
It's a really good movie though, isn't it?
It is kind of a satire of the hero's journey.
Yeah. We'll save it for the.
Yeah. Also, Silence of the Hams. I feel like
that's what's his name? Meth. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Isn't that of Spaceballs and?
Yeah, he
Princess Bride, right? Did he do both of them?
I don't think he did Princess Bride.
No. But he was doing movies then.
Yeah, Mel Brooks. He did a lot of.
Mel Brooks. I call him Meth Brooks.
Meth Brooks. Did you know his son?
Did meth?
Is the one who wrote World War
Garth
Z.
Brooks?
No, World War Z and Zombie Survival Guide and shit like that.
Nice.
That's his son. Whatever.
Zombie Survival. I don't think I've seen either of those. I know what World War Z is with Brad Pitt or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Scott Cunningham, or I don't know who the hot guys are.
Who the hot guys are. Okay, yeah, so yeah.
I used to know all the hot guys.
MacGruber and Shaun of the Dead. I feel like these are very similar.
I will tell you, I think MacGruber's funnier, for sure. But Shaun of the Dead is such a good movie. The zombies and the comedy.
Yeah, it is such good horror and such good comedy.
They paired it so well together.
Yeah, and MacGruber is really funny, but like being an action movie, it's like
I didn't even realize it was a spoof movie really, until like the second time I watched it. I was like, oh, like the 18, and I kind of put it together. But I didn't think it was marketed as. And not only that, MacGyver.
Yeah, it's specifically MacGyver.
What did you watch that was MacGyver?
What?
What did you watch?
My closest thing to MacGyver was watching The Simpsons and Selma and Patty talking about it.
Was MacGyver a show? Or was it a real person?
No, it was a show about, like, the whole gimmick was this guy would get stuck in these crazy situations, and he'd be like, oh, I have an idea, get me like a pen and a rope and like this thing, and you put them together and you create some sort of crazy thing to get out of the situation.
Back, like, when Gilligan's Island and shit like that was on, right?
Yeah, because
an old show. But we never watched
an old show. But then SNL had skits. The MacGruber skits originally started on SNL, but it was the same thing where he'd be like, get me this, this, and this, and then he'd just come up with something really stupid.
So that went into the movie.
Yeah, and then that was so popular they made a movie about that character.
So I think for the fact that it is the funnier than Shaun of the Dead, but what it's spoofing, we don't even know. I didn't even know it was a
specifically.
Movie. It is funnier. If this was ranking comedy movies, that moves on.
Yeah.
But we're not ranking comedy movies.
Just best
we're
movie.
Ranking best spoof movies. I have to make the same case for this though. I guess it's spoofing zombie movies.
Yeah, zombie apocalypse.
Clear. It's very clear. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna be like, what's that spoofing? It's one of the only times.
Because the traditional zombie thing is, zombies appear and they're like, oh no, I need to go get something or get somebody, and then they go to get that thing, and then they end up getting trapped somewhere, and then they can't get out of that place, and then eventually they get out.
But isn't that what they did? That
and that's Shaun of the Dead. It was basically
funny. The
same thing.
But were they making fun of zombie movies?
Yeah, basically.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah, because there's like, we're just gonna do this and this and this, and then we'll all be good, and everything will be fine, and like nobody's gonna get bit, and like.
So the last four is.
So MacGruber, Shaun of the Dead. So we picked Shaun of the Dead.
It's hard to pick, but
it is a hard pick.
Comedy movies.
Yeah, it's a fun. Yeah, MacGruber is a funnier movie.
Yeah.
I like Will Forte as a comedian and shit like that. But Shaun of the Dead, the impact that it made, and like, everybody knew Shaun of the Dead. That was like,
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was so big when it first came out. The posters were everywhere.
It is funny, but it's like a long SNL sketch.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a glorified SNL sketch.
Okay, so Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, so Idiocracy.
Good movie.
And Spaceballs.
We're just repeating the same things about the movies that we
Yeah, we can get more detail, but we've already kind of done most of it. But Idiocracy is such an impactful... Spaceballs, though, it's been around so much longer.
Yeah.
And Mel Brooks was so much more impactful because of Spaceballs and shit like that.
As much as I just talked about Meth Brooks, I don't know why I call him that, but I really didn't get into his... Like, Judd Apatow is kind of that for me.
Yeah.
It's Adam Sandler's kind of like that for me. You know, where it's just like...
But he was the old... He was the old Judd Apatow.
And I respect that about him.
Yeah, but he wasn't that for me.
Spaceballs and all these other movies that he did, I kind of got into... Just like most people with like Tupac and Biggie. Where they get into rap and stuff like that, and then they'll go back and listen to Tupac and Biggie and be like, oh, I respect that.
But it has improved, definitely.
Yeah, but that's not my era. Like, my era was like Eminem and 50
Cent. And Idiocracy, man, I feel like it's just
a good movie. It's a good movie.
It should be taught in school. It should be...
Over Spaceballs? If this is our personal opinion, yes.
Over Spaceballs?
Yeah, if we're doing personal opinion, which we
are. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, this is more like everybody kind of...
Yeah. But personal opinion.
Idiocracy. Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually really surprising how this turned out.
I probably wouldn't have thought this. I kind of thought MacGruber would be in the end.
I know.
Idiocracy, remember at the beginning? I was like, this one I haven't even named yet. It's my favorite.
Idiocracy? Oh, I thought it was going to be Kung Pao or Spaceballs. No, not Spaceballs. I thought it was Spaceballs, but then I was like, no.
No, my favorite...
But man, like...
On this whole list has been Idiocracy. I love Shaun of the Dead, though. Like, as a movie...
Yeah.
I'd watch that tonight. I probably wouldn't watch Idiocracy. It's funny.
It's something that everybody should be taught in school.
Yeah.
But there's not really something that you need to once you kind of watch it and understand it.
Yeah. There's no more of it.
Yeah, there's no more of it. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
Is that really? We're saying it like it's a negative. Is that really a negative thing about a movie? Is that when you finish watching it, you're like, the only bad thing about this is there's not two of them. There's not more of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We're kind of saying that's fucking good for that movie. That must mean you really love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Shaun of the Dead, the only thing that's not wrong with that is that the movie wasn't longer. There wasn't more.
Yeah. No, Shaun of the Dead was great, man.
It's a good. That's what introduced me to fucking Steve Irwin. That's not his name.
Steve Irwin.
Simon
Simon Pegg.
Andrew, Simon Pegg.
You're just gonna start listing any name until you.
Santino.
Oh.
Just the redhead. Okay.
But yeah, Idiocracy. I
Shaun
feel
of the Dead introduced me to fucking getting pegged, or whatever he said.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. And that's why his sidekick guy that I hate that I don't know.
Nick Frost.
I didn't even know his name.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Nick Frost deserves his name to be known.
He's been in a lot of his own movies.
He's so good. I've seen him in
so good.
So that I love that in a special place for me. Idiocracy. I didn't watch it when it came out when I was younger.
No.
I should have when I was like 12. It probably came out. I didn't watch it. But in my late 20s, I think, or mid 20s, I was like, how have I not heard of this movie? Why am I over here watching Biodome?
I know.
And fucking.
I know. I think it's such an important.
Why have I not seen this?
It's such an important movie to know.
I didn't even hear about it until I'm in
such an important movie to know. Like that's what it's. Out of all of this shit, if we're getting shot into space, and you only take one movie out of all of these movies. It would have to be Idiocracy.
It has to be.
Well, actually, at that point, it would be irrelevant.
Well, not only that,
because not
only that, they would take it as history. They're like, this is the documentary about
This
Earth.
is what happened to Earth.
This is what happened to Earth, guys.
Yeah.
That might really fuck the whole universe up.
If that was the only thing that left.
I think so.
Could you imagine that a space shuttle sent off into space that only had Idiocracy in it? That would fuck us.
That'd fuck people up. Oh, no.
Maybe it already happened and that's why they're ignoring us.
2,000, 5,000, 10,000 years in the future, it comes back to Earth. And somebody finds it and they're like, what is this? They don't even know what a VHS tape is or anything. Like, what the fuck is this? They might, who knows what movies in 10,000 years, who knows? Yeah. And they'll watch it and be like, this was the past. We found something from 10,000 years ago. Yeah. And this is, anyway, wow.
And nobody would believe that it was true. People would just say, well, you made that up.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum.
Shaun of the Dead has a good love story. Idiocracy, I don't remember it. The black guy, like a girl.
No.
He was the mayor or whatever, right? Oh, what's his name? Terry Crews. I can't just say that.
No, there's that one girl.
This guy with
Mia Rudolph or Maya Rudolph was in it, and she says upgrade.
Yeah.
That's what his name was. Her pimp's name was Upgrade.
Nice. That's a good pimp name.
No, but I think there's a love story between her and Luke Wilson's character.
Oh yeah, Luke Wilson. Okay, that's who's in it. Okay, I like him. I like him as an actor. I think better than Owen Wilson, even though I love Owen Wilson. But Luke Wilson, I think.
Yeah.
I like him. He's like the subtle hero.
Yeah, I feel like Luke Wilson has more range.
Luke Wilson or Simon Pegg? In a fight.
In a fight? Simon Pegg. I feel like he's got actual training.
You just watch him beat up zombies and you're like, he's so fucking tough.
No, he's been in other things. He's a living person outside of the one movie he did in 2004.
I think Simon Pegg.
I don't know what year it was.
I think Simon. No, he's a fucking Luke Wilson.
No, I know. I feel like Simon Pegg actually has done training. I feel like, I feel like he keeps up a regimen of like even once every few weeks doing something. Whereas Luke Wilson, I have no idea what he's up to, but I don't. He probably is not
good.
He's probably just lying on a towel.
Okay. I don't feel comfortable with the best spoof movie of all fucking time.
Being Idiocracy, because it spoofs us as a humanity. Oh, being Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
I don't know how that says to me. Best
That's a good
movie
point.
Of all time.
That's a good
scary
point.
Movie and everything is Shaun of the Dead. I'd be like, wait a minute, that's some better spoof movie.
Yeah, I feel like there's something missed.
But if somebody said Idiocracy, I'd be like, yes, that is a great movie.
I'd go, you know what? If we did a tier list and broke it down, we would probably come up with the same thing. Shit, dude. Idiocracy.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
Honestly, when I put it on the list, I knew it was going to turn out this way. Oh. Well, no. I didn't know it, but I wanted to see how they would fare against it.
I've said from the beginning.
But Idiocracy, it's just everyone needs to know it. I feel like
imagine there's somebody watching who hasn't seen Idiocracy.
Anybody who hasn't seen Idiocracy, throw it on right now. All of these movies I'd recommend, other than like Starving Games and
movie our top 43. Fours. We really recommend our top fours. If you haven't seen our top fours, go watch this.
Oh yeah.
Our top fours. Spaceballs, Idiocracy, MacGruber.
Honestly, but that's the thing. I would recommend Weird Al over Spaceballs. I guess we're talking about better movie though.
Not only that, you could. It's because you assume they've seen Spaceballs.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
no
true.
one's seen Weird Al yet. It's
it's in there.
Anyway, bro, we talk so much good shit about all these movies up here. We don't need to go back there and be like, that was pretty good. We already did that.
I know,
every movie.
I know.
None of these movies we talk shit
I'm just admiring our work.
You know what? Movie 43 got the short end of the stick. That one, I'm like, I don't really know that one. You're like, I don't care to tell you.
But that just tells you how low on the list it was. Yeah, it was just like a guy was pitching his movie ideas, and then every time he pitched a movie idea, it would kind of play out as like a skit.
Yeah.
But then he like ends up holding a gun against everybody, and he keeps pitching different ideas. But then it was just full of cameos, and some of them are really ridiculous stories. I think there's a backstory behind it, like it was written like under certain circumstances.
Under the water?
Yeah.
Is it written underwater?
No, I think there's some sort of backstory to how it was written and why it's called Movie 43. It's not a good movie.
Oh, I remember. It has 43 references in it, and the cover is a bunch of pictures, right?
Yeah.
I remember it. I think
it's 43 cameos, maybe?
Yeah. I think it's cameos.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of cameos. That was kind of its whole thing.
And there's a picture of each of the celebrity that it was. Yeah. But that was his whole thing. They're like, what if we get it? It's like kind of like $1 billion movie where they're self-aware.
Yeah.
Like, what if we get a movie, we get as many cameos in it, okay, blah, blah. And it was like...
then just do nothing for the writing.
I'm just guessing, I think. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of...
that's kind of what the movie was. It's not even worth, honestly, mentioning. Cool. It was, it wasn't good. There was some funny scenes. I jerk off to Halle Berry's big fat inflated breasts. But...
I think that reminded me of I Love That for some reason. Because he says, what a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air.
A breast of fresh ass.
Yeah. I don't know. So, what was I supposed to say? It was pretty important. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I recommend Idiocracy to everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Hope you enjoyed. What should we now we should address the camera. What do we say now at the end?
I think we just fucking shut it off.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Hit the bell. What?